Hey, yeah, welcome back to another video. So this time with my cousin here, we're gonna talk about life after college. Let's get right to it.
Okay.
I mean,
Um,
life after college now is that's where, as we both know, is where you go to the working world, or that's where your future comes into play and everything. You know, because at the end of the day, that's where you being independency comes into play, all of them thing there. So I'm not in alpha class as of yet, but I'm getting there. I'm in the last phase of it. I did say that last week you have to take a longer route to get there. So, um, Jordan, what is like to life after college and everything for you personally?
for me personally, I just say it's a mixture of a lot of things, and that's natural. It's trying to get a job in the field that you pursued your degree in, or you specialized in. I mean, my first and second job was definitely not really in the area that I specialized in, but you know that you have responsibilities, so you take care of those things, so you need a job. Third job, it was in an area that I had specialized in. It was okay. I just did not like the culture, so I left. I got another job. Trying to remember where. Oh yeah, I remember now. and at that time, COVID came in, so I was unemployed for a time. Then I got another job, worked there, got some experience, then I left. And now I have another job. um, I think my most challenging part of work is learning new things, especially if that's an area that you are not familiar with. Um, Adapting to the culture, um, learning new procedures and stuff like that. It might be challenging, especially what I've come to find out is a lot of businesses, they don't have good training. How should I say this? I don't know how to say it, but them don't train people good. I'm just say it just like that. So if you're not investing in your training, that means that your workers will not learn quickly. It will take a while, and I think that will cost you money. But I don't think a lot of companies invest in training. But anyway, separate and apart from that, life otherwise has been fun because you're now a young adult. You can go as you like. I mean, some persons had the ability to do that while they're in high school, but for me that was not the case. I'm a from a stricter household, so yeah, that's a pro to being an adult. But I mean, life is life. I take it one day at a time. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, and sometimes it's in between.
I mean, life is a lot, especially after college and everything. Especially when you live in a strict household. It's challenging when you live in that household like that because you can't get to do as much as you wanted to do. And if you do ask,
Hold on a
yeah,
little bit.
oh shoot.
Continue though.
Yeah, so it's like when you live in a strict household, y'all, it's very challenging because you can't get to do as much as you want to do. And another that you do want to, you have to ask for permission. Like, mom, can I get to go to this place? And stuff like that a lot of times. So it's like you have to ask permission every minute until they see that you're capable of doing, you can hold it on. And if they don't see you can't, then, it's a different ball game that. So,
But guys, the
hold on,
rain is coming
we'll pause
down.
this. Hey y'all, so we're back. As I was trying to say that when you live a strict household, it's challenging because you have to like you have to gain your parents' trust to believe, and you have to prove yourself pretty much that you can hold it on and stuff like that. I had to get to a place where I had to prove myself that I could hold on my own and stuff like by myself. Especially I was my parents were protective of myself, so it's like even when I'm going somewhere, it's like I have to tell them they know where I'm at. That's how protected they are, So it's like when her parents say, when you're going somewhere, let's say they do let you go in somewhere, and they say, hey, let you. A lot of times they say, call me when you reach, or stuff like that. And so if that's not a protected parent, then well, maybe someone have to define what a protected parent is to me, because what do you say about that?
Um, yeah, I agree. Especially if you're an only child. I think it's important to let your parents know that you're okay often. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, anytime you have a protective parents, a lot of times, even when you grow up, it's the same apply. Even now, when I was coming here today, and my cousin here, it's the same thing. I have to like let my mom know where I was at the NCB place in Higher Factory. So just give a little guess on what I'm referring to when I'm talking about protective parents. So I'm actually grown, in my 20s, and then still have to do that. So, but I got used to it after a while, so I'm like, all right, I get it. No way to doing it. So, I mean, having a parent that protects you does work wonders, though. I mean, you just hope they're not overprotective of you, but the fact that they're protective of you does works wonders in life. So, because I have that one person, or even outside parent really to protect you, that really shows how much they see you as a person. If they even if others go a length to decide and say, you know what, we're going to protect him, we seem like a gem or stuff like that, and we're ready to protect him or anything, then that really speaks around him, so what the city has. So we think of his own perception thing.
Perception, as in how you perceive
Yeah,
the
anything
person.
into the perception, like well, how they see you or at work or stuff like that. Yeah, anything perception related.
I guess how you perceive things is how you react to them. Sometimes I really, I don't know much to say about this in regards to perception. It's more than that's just how your outlook on things, and it will affect how you see things, and that would indeed affect you and how you relate to your environment. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, some person may say perception isn't reality. That's kind of, no, what I think about it, it's kind of tough. I kind of respectfully disagree a little touch. It makes sense, but in other words, I think perception of you, a lot of does determine how a person can treat you. So it does matter to a certain extent. So it's like, if a person see you like a zombie, I'm just giving a sample, then they can treat you like a zombie. When I said if somebody treats somebody like someone were to be protected of, then that's what they're going to do. So whatever percent of you is, a lot of times that's how they used to treat you. And they, you know, what do you think of this whole first impression thingy? Like, school, work, all that thing there.
I think first perception can be dangerous. Um, in the sense that you might see someone and you perceive them as someone that is good, but I think it is good to observe and to watch people before you really settle on an impression of them. Yes, they may in the first instance they may look a certain way or they come off as a certain way, and maybe they are just that. But I think it's important to observe the person, and as I say, use discernment, test the spirit, and to see if the person is truly what they're about. And I feel sometimes, as we were talking about perception, we might see a person look a certain way, so we perceive them to be a certain way when that's not the case, and we can hurt ourselves with the expectations or the perceptions we have of this person. So you might see someone and they say, oh, that person looks trustworthy, and then in fact and truth they aren't. And we probably trust them with a lot of stuff, and then them turn around and take advantage of information that you have given to them. So yeah.
I mean, at times where I look at first impressions and anything, I'm like, it really depends on the person, but a lot of times you might want to try to get to know the person in general. It really doesn't make any sense to use first impression and think of, oh, this person is this, so we're going to treat like that. Sometimes you can treat the person like that, and then you find out they were opposite of that, and then you look stupid, and you look at them and say, oh, shoot, oh my God, I should have just got to know this person behind the chance. Now, for me personally, I'm like, some person may perceive me as, oh, he has this, he has that, so we're not going to blah, blah, blah. But if you actually get to know me, all I get swatched, then you're like, actually, he isn't that bad. So it's like, yeah, just because I'm autistic doesn't mean I'm not capable of this. What I'm in college. While I'm in college, I know I should tell y'all some of this with manuals. So I'm not one of those persons where it's not like I can't do something, can't hold my own and do something swat, So it's like I like to use the first impression, somebody can lose it and say, oh, he's different, but every single body is different though. So I that kind of wash it away. That makes no sense. I don't get that part. It's still funny to me to this day. Reflecting on it, I said, I'm like, every single body around you is different too. I'm not the only one, so I would say, is life funny, yeah? So when do you realize that life funny?
Long time. From long time. From a taller time. From a taller time. Life is a surprise. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Yeah. I don't know. I've learned to just kind of accept things and just focus on the things that I can control. The other things that I can't control, I just say, God breathes. God set the wheel. So that's my, that's how I treat life.
Yeah, I realized life funny was a good one though when I heard somebody in high school say, you know, say life funny? I was like, funny. I said, what? No. That's what I was thinking in my mind at first. But then after the whole thing, I said that, you know what, that's too funny, yeah, man. Yeah, but that's just too funny for you. Some stuff happens, and I'm like, and you reflect on it, and then you're like, no, man, that's too damn funny. No, sir. Sometimes it's life funny to a point where you just want to laugh, but well, sometimes maybe say, you know what? I feel for laugh. I want it to sound so funny, because it's like, that's so funny some things can be sometimes, you know? I'll say this like this here. What you can control, you'll deal with what you can control. I'll say it before I end this video. But what you can't control, that's a whole different case of fish. You shouldn't worry about what you can't control, you know? Makes no sense. It's just what you can't control, you deal with that thing, you deal with that. Whatever, something that is inevitable is something you have to deal with. One of the things inevitable, for example, is challenges. I mean, being challenged and that is inevitable, especially if you want to see your greatness in display in the long run. So facing challenges and obstacles and ups and downs, that's inevitable. That we'll all have to deal with at the end of the day. So whatever is inevitable, you have to deal with. So can't do anything about it. Even if you try and trying to run from challenges and problems and all them things, it's pointless. You'll look foolish when it's all said and done. So some things you just have to be like, you know what? I'm going to face all of this head on, and yeah. So end of my another video. Yeah, remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the notification for upcoming videos.